My dear grandmother came to visit me this summer. She's 90 now. I grew up in a small town, maybe 5,000 people, and she's always lived there. So when she comes here to the city, she thinks she's coming to Gotham City. Right? All she sees on the news is that there's shootings and robberies. She thinks Batman is here fighting crime right now. Right? So I take her for lunch, like a good grandson should do. And she wants to see the Terry Fox Memorial. So I'm like, okay, Grandma, we'll escort you down. So we're walking down, and about 2 blocks away, we come to a crosswalk, and I stop, right? Because you can't just walk an old lady into traffic. Yeah, you have to wait till the walk signal guy comes up, and even then it's only 50-50 whether you're going to make it or not. So I'm standing there waiting for her. We get like this walk-by lip-off from like this heroin crack addict guy. Well, you know what it's like downtown. It's like a Walking Dead episode, right? There's just zombies coming at you from all directions, all times of day. They're like, hey man, you got an extra fucking smoke? They're coming at you from all over. So normally when I see one coming towards me, I just go into Michael Jackson Thriller mode, right? I go kind of limp, like I'm dealing some cards. Yeah, and then they think you're one. I'm like, oh, that guy's kind of fucked up. They cruise right on by. Yeah, it kind of works like a junkie camouflage. But I didn't see this one sneaking up on me. Because I was trying to time the walk signal, right? I thought we'll get Grandma a few steps in, and that way when it changes to walk, we can get going before the hand comes up. Like, fuck, retreat. We didn't make it, right? I was already on try number 4 at this point. I'm forming a plan. So as he goes by, he just unloads with this profanity-laced threat on my grandmother and I. He's like, you and the old lady are blocking the crosswalk, you cocksuckers. I'll stab you in the face and put you in a dumpster. I was like, hey, fella. I was like, we're not looking for trouble. Just mind your own business. Shoot. Right? I shoot him. Turns out they don't like that all that much. So this guy stops. He's like, you got a problem? He's like, I got a knife. I'll stab you. So he starts to reach for it. Now it just looks like God's working on a shitty marionette act in the middle of the afternoon. But this guy's wearing one of those big puffy ski jackets in the middle of summer. So he's reaching for the knife, but he can't park the car in the garage, right? He's hitting himself all over the place. And my grandmother's like, oh my God, Damon, he's got a knife. Where's Batman? So I do what they tell you to do in the Vancouver City Visitor's Guide. And that is if you're with an elderly person and a heroin addict threatens you, it's on page 6 if you ever take a look. You don't engage the heroin addict, you get the person to safety. So I'm like, come on, Grandma, we'll get you out of here. So I start to walk her up the road, and then I hear him. He's like, where the fuck do you think you're going? I can hear his little goat hoofs clickety-clacketing up the road behind me. So he's coming for me. He's like, you and the old lady aren't getting off that. He's coming for me. So at this point, I've had enough, right? So I'm like, hold on, Grandma. I'll take care of this, right? So I turn around and I grab this guy. Turns out he's all jacket. Yeah, just poof, a giant mushroom cloud of feathers goes flying up into the sky. So I start to run him down the road, and I don't know if you've ever run a heroin addict anywhere before, but they're really light. So I was like, holy fuck, there's no resistance on this guy. I can't slow down. I'm like an out-of-control locomotive. So I had to turnbuckle him off a parking meter and throw him to the ground. And at this point, a crowd had formed and began to applaud me. And I don't know if you've ever had your grandmother look you in the eyes with shock and awe as you realize you just went up 10 grand in the inheritance. I was like, Grandma, there's something you should know. I'm Batman.